Okay. Avon calling. This doorbell is not illuminated. It used to be at one time, I'm quite sure, and it's not sealed right there. Avon calling. Coming in here, this is our this is our formal sitting area. And on our windows, we've got aluminum frame, double pane windows. And I've got some marks from another home inspector or what. We found 3 of these that are fogging, is what he says. I can't tell. It's raining. The temperatures are not conducive for finding fogging windows. So honestly, I'm kind of going on blind faith. So here's another thing about the windows while we're at it. I think this is a good one. I mean, not a good one. They're all the same. But these alarm sensors right in here, all right, these alarm sensors need to be sealed with sealant. And when these alarm sensors were installed, you ruined the warranty on the windows. Okay, if you'll notice that this window is designed with all these channels. Okay, it's channels. It's designed so that the water goes outside the structure, diverts it away from the living space. All right, and then we just drilled a hole in it right there, huh? So you want to check your, one, you want to seal them because they haven't been. And 2, you want to check your sealant every once in a while like you do your exterior walls. Now every receptacle I can get to, we got some walls that are kind of boogered up right there. But every receptacle I was able to get to, you know, I was able to, well, if I can get you to it. But this is how I tested them, you know, with this little guy. And, you know, I don't know if you can tell. I don't know if I sound tired or, you know, the sun is coming different through the windows. It's that time of year, my favorite time of year. And, but this is the time I like to say thank you, dear client. Your trust and your business means the world to my family and I. So, I just really, really appreciate it. Thank you for your business. And this particular client has already left me a good Google review, and that means a lot to a small businessman like myself. So, you know, thank you. Thank you very much. This is our pantry. Okay. That's where we get stuff. We're kind of moving around in here, and we're kind of looking at things, okay? And, you know, all the walls and everything looks pretty fine. And then we're going to roll out here into the kitchen. We've got kitchen videos. We got kitchen videos. And I talk about the, I got to find a leak underneath there. And, but here's something. And let's see if I can do this. If we've got the time. Somebody's texting me. I don't know if we got time. Do we have time? Here we go. Okay, when they put this splashback in here, they should have put spark arrestor rings inside of here. As it is, our junction box is hidden way back in there. And since it's way back in there, the screws that came with this, they put drywall screws in there. How about that? Those are sharp, man. They make their way. They grab in there and they can grab you some electricity and get you a good old dose. In case you need some electricity, and just start poking holes around wiring with drywall screws. That'll light you up. Coming over here, you got 2 air filters. Okay, one in this hall and one in the, and this is the, for lack of, it's almost a hall. I don't think it qualifies as a hall, but over in the north hall, this is the south little hallway entryway. This is our laundry and doors and things, and I just want to see how you open and close. Because I want to, these lights, okay, should have protective prism covers on them. And that door should have a self-closing spring. And then coming on along the side of here, several of our light bulbs are burned out. Our fans are all working. I'm kind of moving in here, just kind of closing up and, you know, closing it down. And I've got a shower video where I'm talking about I can't understand that shower But just because I don't understand it doesn't mean everything. Okay. I'm just kind of rolling around. Man, what is going on? Another light is burned out. Almost there. Okay. And then right here we got some cracking. Now on the exterior wall, we've got like 4 cracks. On the foundation perimeter, I'm seeing 1 crack, and I'm seeing some other cracking in the house. And I am going to get that. So I am going to do a little simple math. I've got a blueprint for rendering an opinion about the foundation. All home inspectors are required to render opinions about the foundation. That does not make me an engineer. I'm a firm believer that home inspectors should stay in their lane. Okay, we're not engineers, even though I do use, and some of us use, engineering equipment. But I'm using for guidelines, rough guidelines, throw down. Okay, when you're a blue-collar schmuck like me, you take this equipment, and what I'm looking for is no more than 1 inch of floor height elevation differential within 30 feet. And I call that L over 30, but that's not L over 30 calculation. I do not calculate slope. Okay, or no more than 2 inches of floor height elevation overall. That's just the throw down thing. And I'm getting in this room a 1/2 inch heave, if you will. The center of the primary bedroom is a 1/2 inch higher in the center. This is interesting. It's all on the same side of the house. On this game room over here that we're going to visit, I'm getting about a 1/2 inch in the middle of this room. So I'm kind of reading that. And the east bedroom about a 1/2 inch, but I'm not getting any more. Actually, my measurements were the maximum differential I got was 1.5 inches. Now I didn't measure underneath these couches. There's lots of places I didn't measure. I did not measure the garage floor. So, but I'm going to save my opinion about the foundation till I use my chart to calculate cracks. Okay, like this crack right here. That crack right there. Or that crack right there. Or, like I said, that crack I was just spending all that time on. And so we're just kind of moving along, moving through our house. I'm not sure what this room is. It's a really cool room. It's got a fan. And there's another light that's burned out. But it might have been like a dark room or a hobby room or something where the fans blow out. The only problem is the exhaust fans just vent straight into the attic. So if you're putting noxious chemicals, because you have this cool fan and you can play in the dark room, or you can do, spray foam insulations or whatever, well, you're just putting those same noxious fumes straight up into your attic. And you're not supposed to do that. Don't do that. Then we just kind of roll on around. This is where the thermostat is. Right here in this hall, and then here's the other air filter, by the way. And there's a ceiling crack right there. See that? Oh, I've got, there's another one. Look at this one. Look at these cracks. Cracks. We got a crack right there. We got a little crack right there. I've seen a lot worse. Okay. Moving on along. Now, on the exterior wall, I got a big crack right in here. On the exterior wall, I got a big crack right there. It's at the control joint. It's where we want the crack. That's beneficial. It's right there at the window. We got a big crack there, but we don't have any cracks in here. Now, that's not really the truth because, that's not the whole story, because I'm going to back up a little bit because I'm a backer-upper. I can back up a little bit because if we go over here, on this wall, we have a control joint somewhere at this window. All right, but I got a pretty good, a pretty good separation of the countertop right there. All of our doors are opening and closing fine, by the way. So that's also a sign. All of our windows are opening and closing fine. All the windows I could get to are opening and closing fine. This door will not latch. The deadbolt will not line up. That's the only door that we have a problem with. So I'm just, again, I got a little down and dirty cheater sheet, a little chart. And I'll say, how many cracks did you find that were this size? And, so maybe I'll be changing my mind. But to my point, when I was rambling on, all home inspectors are required to render opinions about the foundation. And I told you I was going to wait, and I'm still going to wait. But until you read the report, for the time being, I'm going to say that this foundation is performing the function for which it was intended. It's supporting the superstructure. It's doing what it's supposed to. That's what I'm going to say. But, I reserve the right to change my mind. I doubt that it'll happen, but, if it's important to you, I'm not a structural engineer. Home inspectors should stay in their lanes. If it's important to you, maybe you want to get a structural engineer. I wouldn't stop you. I wouldn't say that's not a good idea. I wouldn't say you're wasting your money. Even if you find out something good when you're selling the house later and you get, because somebody's inspected this house already, maybe they're spooked about it because they saw a couple cracks. I don't know. So you might want to find out with the seller, why did they back out? That's a good old stain right there, huh? That's a good old stain. Look at that. Okay, it's kind of funny. I mean, not funny, haha, but curious. But we got another stain right over here. This is kind of like in the same place, like a mirror stains between the rooms. This is the west bedroom. That's the east bedroom. Oh, and this transition piece, by the way, all right, it makes sounds when I step on it. I know I'm kind of fat. This transition piece going in the primary bedroom, this transition piece is loose. That's real loose right there. Nobody's going to argue with me over that one. Maybe. I keep telling myself there will be a time when nobody argues with me, but okay. My client's pulling up, so I'm going to be speeding up here. And this is it. This is the west bedroom. This is the front bedroom. And here we go. And again, my clients are great. Thank all of y'all. Oh, it wasn't even my client. Look at there. I was in a hurry for no reason. Oh, well. People walking dogs and stuff. Hey. All right.